Warm welcome to Europe and warm welcome to Wolfsburg. We are on the launch season of the Golf 8 generation. Beautiful car, very sporty, so it is lends to itself that in Geneva we are introducing the GTI as the most sporty Golf actually of all kinds. And the highlight to me is the new front. New LED, standard LED on the car, and then we have introduced in the honeycomb grille. The honeycomb has always been the ingredient, the key ingredient and part of the DNA of GTI. It has 245 horsepower. I'm from the horsepower generation, 180 kilowatts for those who actually go more modern on kilowatts. Sufficient power, sufficient force, but I think it's a beautiful day-to-day sporty cruiser. So let me show you what's inside. It's much more modern now, touch sensitive, allows you to never leave the steering wheel without your hands and have all of the controls actually in your main hand. The Innovision cockpit is wrapped around you as the driver, and it has a beautiful GTI skin which makes the car so unique, invites you to cruise, invites you to run. Volkswagen is the first manufacturer who have signed up for the Paris Climate Agreement, which basically means by 2050 our fleet has to be carbon neutral on the roads, either through reduction or elimination of CO2 while moving, or in offset programs to make sure that the remaining piece of CO2 is offset with equivalent programs. Let me start with our new GTE version. It has all of the ingredients of the GTI that I've just shown, so all of the love and beautiful detailing of the cars, including the front, and has even the same power output as the GTI with 245 horsepower. I think it leaves now the choice to the consumer whether to drive conventional GTI or actually going forward with a combined, much more CO2 efficient system like the GTE. The plug-in hybrid systems at Volkswagen we now call e-hybrid. I think something to remember for the Volkswagen. And it's shown into our second model as well. The new Touareg R model, it features the top of the line Touareg model into the coming years. Obviously here in the typical R color, lapis blue, black in the front, beautiful to look at. And it shows that even R is going electric, and even R is part of our future drive to become a zero-emission company. And it has all of the technologies that the Touareg has to offer, our huge Innovision cockpit. I'm just going to show you one highlight. It's optional, but I think most people will buy it actually clearly in a Touareg R. This is our night vision camera. Beautiful way to show it, by the way, because we're inside into a studio. So you see actually live what's happening in front of me at night. Guys, can you just throw us thumbs up for the night vision? Here we go. And it shows that it's perfectly safe to drive because the car recognizes everything which is in the dark and into the dark for the eyes of the normal driver. Fantastic technologies going forward. Touareg R, a thing to remember. So Touareg R, plug-in hybrid going electric in an SUV. Now SUVs are the global trend number one. Most people want to be seen and want to drive an SUV for simple reasons. High seating, a lot of space, very comfortable, beautiful, characterful design lines. So why not combining what people want, SUVs, with our future mobility idea to be zero emission in Volkswagen. So we've now combined the modular electric platform with an SUV shape we call ID4. The next thing on our mission to electric mobility for all on zero emission drive from the Volkswagen brand. Dear friends from around the world, dear followers, we say goodbye from Wolfsburg, Geneva. I love this. And I hope you've enjoyed the highlight show that we presented to you. Thanks a lot for your passion and your followership. See you on Twitter, see you on LinkedIn, see you on all other channels by Volkswagen brand. Bye-bye.
Volkswagen.